grey Beijing sky with a thin drizzle falling, the public seemed to hold its breath. The names Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, two of the brightest stars in China's entertainment industry, once again dominated front pages and trended across social media. But this time it wasn't for a new film, nor for a dazzling stage collaboration. It was for a statement that shattered a long silence. After weeks of speculation, Wang Yibo finally spoke up about Xiao Zhan's collapse, an emotional, physical, and mental breakdown that had until now existed only in whispers among fans and industry insiders. The interview took place in a room stripped of glamour but heavy with symbolism. There were no flashy lights, only one chair, one table, and one microphone. Wang Yibo entered with a face both tired and resolute, his eyes locked on the camera as if determined to pierce through the fog of rumor. Wearing a simple black jacket, hair slightly tousled, he looked like a man bearing months of pressure. "I can't stay silent anymore," he said softly. Those first words struck like a spark in a frozen room. From the beginning, the public knew Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, whether as friends, co-stars, or something more complicated, were inseparable under the spotlight. Paired in massive projects, praised for their extraordinary chemistry, they were held up as symbols of a new era in Chinese entertainment. But behind the glitter, there was tension, wounds, and secrets never shared with the world. When news of Xiao Zhan's collapse broke months earlier, his quiet hospitalization, his withdrawal from the public eye, many dismissed it as a management strategy. That night, Wang Yibo dismantled those theories. "I saw him break," Wang Yibo said, his voice almost trembling. Not because of scandal, not because of gossip, but because of inhuman pressure. Those words sent shockwaves through the online sphere. Fans held their breath, media outlets scrambled to air clips of the interview, and entertainment analysts began decoding every phrase. Wang Yibo went on to recount a timeline the public had never heard before. He had noticed the early signs of Xiao Zhan's exhaustion during a major shoot the previous year. Each night after filming, Xiao Zhan would sit for hours by the window, staring blankly outside. Sometimes he skipped meals, sometimes he never returned to the hotel at all. He wasn't just physically tired, Wang Yibo explained. He was tired of living up to endless expectations. This revelation reframed everything. Until now, the narrative was that Xiao Zhan had fallen due to personal mistakes or uncontrollable scandals. But Wang Yibo showed another side, Xiao Zhan as a casualty of a system demanding perpetual perfection. He also revealed how close he himself had come to breaking. "There were nights when I knocked on his door just to make sure he was still okay," Wang Yibo admitted. "I felt helpless." The story deepened when Wang Yibo described a particular incident as the tipping point. Without naming names or institutions, he painted a picture of contracts, schedules, and promotional demands that made it impossible to breathe. "The Xiao Zhan who always smiled for the cameras," he said, "was someone who cried silently behind the scenes. He once told me, 'I'm afraid one day I'll just disappear.' I didn't understand then. Now I do," Wang Yibo said. The most startling confession was Wang Yibo's guilt. He admitted to being angry, to distancing himself, to allowing the space between them to grow because of personal conflicts and managerial pressure. But when Xiao Zhan finally collapsed and retreated from show business, guilt haunted him nightly. "I owed him honesty. I owed him the courage to speak," Wang Yibo said. "That's why I'm here now." The interview lasted over an hour, each minute peeling back layers of secrecy. Wang Yibo even held up a small notebook filled with messages Xiao Zhan had sent him, scribbles reflecting a mind under strain. Some messages were only a few words, "I'm tired" or "I want to go home." For fans who had only ever seen their idols strong and smiling, this was a brutal reality check. Outside the studio, fans gathered holding posters and flowers. Many were crying. Social media flooded with hashtags #WangYiboBreakSilence and #PrayForXiaoZhan. Within hours, the interview had tens of millions of views. Messages of support poured in, calls for a more humane entertainment industry multiplied, and people promised not to demand perfection from their idols again. The atmosphere of speculation transformed into a tide of empathy. But Wang Yibo didn't stop at confession. He announced concrete steps, a small foundation to support mental health for entertainment workers. He named Xiao Zhan as his inspiration. "I don't want anyone else to go through what he did," he said. The statement drew applause even from skeptics. Yet controversy lingered. Some accused Wang Yibo of washing his hands or using Xiao Zhan's pain for sympathy. They questioned why he spoke up only now, after the crisis had cooled. The accusations intensified when media outlets unearthed old contract documents revealing a complicated business relationship between the two stars. Still, many defended Wang Yibo, arguing that he had needed time to process his own trauma and guilt before going public. Then came Xiao Zhan's own reaction. Though still absent from public view, a source close to him revealed that he had seen the interview and cried. In a brief message leaked to the press, Xiao Zhan wrote, "Thank you for finally speaking. I need time too, but I will come back." This single line moved millions of fans worldwide and sparked hopes for a reunion, whether on stage or simply as two human beings healing. Articles and op-eds proliferated, calling the interview the boldest confession in China's entertainment industry. Public communication experts hailed it as a turning point, redefining how audiences see celebrities not as flawless products but as people with fears, wounds, and limits. Some fans dubbed it the era of honesty, hoping it would inspire other artists to follow suit. In the weeks that followed, the impact grew. Sales of their older works rose, but more importantly, mental health discussions in China skyrocketed. Forums opened, seminars were held, and policymakers began considering new guidelines. In a follow-up interview, Wang Yibo said, "If I had to choose between popularity and a friend's well-being, I'd choose well-being. Fame comes and goes, but you only get one life." With teary eyes, he closed that pivotal interview with a line that struck at the heart of millions. "I hope someday, when he's ready, we can stand together again, not as two public figures forced to be perfect, but as two humans who once looked out for each other." This sentence was repeated endlessly on social media, turned into motivational quotes, even printed on fan posters. Months later, the public is still waiting. Xiao Zhan hasn't fully returned, but positive signs are emerging. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo continues his advocacy for safer spaces for young artists. The two names may forever be linked, not just through shared projects but through this real story of friendship, pressure, and the courage to speak. Wang Yibo breaks the silence. The shocking truth behind Xiao Zhan's collapse has become more than a headline. It's a symbol, a sign that even in a harsh, perfection-driven industry, there's room for honesty, empathy, and reform. It's a reminder that behind the lights and cameras, there are human beings we must hear.